What are some of the best exercises you can think of for the nervous system? Because you use, and I know this might be, it's
Yeah.
hard to pinpoint sometimes,
Yeah.
right? But I've heard you say, that stresses the nervous system and those kind of language. And I think there's some people here and some of our great listeners and viewers who are probably wondering that, like, what could I do, right, to stress the nervous system so that I can delay or push back?
Mhm.
And we've seen that a lot, right? We see that in athletes who are doing things much later on in their lives, like 50s, 60s, and 70s, we're pushing that back, right?
Mhm.
Like, what are some of the things that you can think of that might be helpful for? And I know it's so, it's so general, but we can get real specific too, right?
Yeah.
But within
So
your
yeah. So
expertise.
I can't probably say a specific exercise, but I'll give a principle, and the principle is power. Okay, power is it's your ability to generate force in a certain time period.
Okay.
Okay. It doesn't have to be a lot of force, but it's force in a certain time period. And so when we study things like, what's the neural basis for why people fall? And a lot of people who fall not because they're not strong enough, but it's because they don't have power. They can't generate enough muscle force in a rapid time period. And so what I would say to folks is, if you're in your mid 30s and forward, you should be focusing on exercises where you have to generate power, a certain amount of force in a more rapid time period. Now, it does expose you to injury, and sometimes, you'll get people who are going to always err on the more conservative side and say, I don't want to be injured. And I understand and respect that. But like we've said, right, anti-fragility, you don't get the benefits if you don't expose yourself to the stress. And like now, me, middle-aged guy, you know, I'm trying to do more when it comes to power related stuff. And yeah, it may mean that sometimes I'm sore, or going on like the roller coasters. Yeah, it does mean like the first time that I go on it, after being away for a while, I do feel a little bit wobbly afterwards. And, you lay in bed at night and I can feel every hill and ride and relive it. But then if I go again in a month, that gets better. So if you want to get a gain, you've got to expose yourself to a bit more risk. And I think power is what I would just generally
Yeah.
suggest to folks.
I like that a lot, actually.